Hello guys, my name is Amit Sani and I welcome you in this daily UPSC MCQ series Mission 2020 we are taking. And 6th June lesson it is. I am uploading the backlog lessons where I was absent on those days. So I have uploaded all the lessons 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Today it will come, and this is the 6th June lesson. And important current affair based questions we are discussing here, which are appearing in the newspaper, magazine or somewhere else. In the PIB session also, I was taking PIB session. On the place of it, we are taking these MCQ series, and we are covering all the information which is there available in the PIB session also. So I am making questions from there also. So there is no need to worry about that we are missing anything here. We are taking every source here. In the morning session we are discussing newspaper, and the analysis is very important, and the questions we are discussing here with much detail. So let's start the lesson, and these are the numbers there you can call and you can ask for these pendrive courses. Very important courses these all are. Chat section is available, all are available at 60% off. So that's a very important information for the newcomers. And Facebook group is there where the PDFs I upload daily, and you can get them. Telegram's link is also given here if anybody uses Telegram also. Now the Citizens Charter. You see, Citizens Charter is a very important document. It represents the commitment of the organization towards the citizen. So it may be any company, it may be any organization, it may be government also. So when government is concerned for the citizens, and in this definition of citizens, they are taking, they are actually covering people, companies, organizations, departments, everyone. So if anybody wants any kind of service, so this Citizens Charter is at work. It's not a legally enforceable document, it's non-justifiable, but it's a kind of a commitment by the governance aspect of the government, and a Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances under the Ministry of Personnel and Training that maintains this issue, and they issue guidelines for implementation of the charter. So third is correct, second is wrong, first is correct. So 1 and 3, B is the correct answer here. You can see Citizens Charter is a document which represents a systematic effort, because it is coming under the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, and they are considering all the grievances related to the service delivery and all. So it's a systematic effort, and a standard of services, information, choice, consultation, non-discrimination, accessibility, grievance redressal, the most important aspect of it, and the value for money and the courtesy. So these things are the main themes, and these are taken care in the Citizens Charter. Not legally enforceable, not justiciable. You cannot go to court to get it enforced, but it's just a tool for facilitation of the delivery of the services. And in central government, state government, UT government, administration, everywhere it is working, and this is actually implemented and maintained by Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, DARPG. Very important department, and for us it is very important, because we are appearing in the UPSC examination, and the same ministry is there at work for your jobs and all. So civil service would come under the same department. Next, what are the components of a Citizens Charter? You see, on the charter of governmentofindia.com, this component is given. They are taking all the questions, all the frequently asked questions, and they are telling you about the Citizens Charter. And you see, it is given here the details of citizens and the clients, as I told you, whom they are considering as citizens and the clients. Statement of services is also given there. Standards, quality, time-bound framework, that is also given. A grievance redressal mechanism, that is the most important one, handled by the department. And expectations from the citizens, that is also mentioned here. And additional commitments, if there are any, they are mentioned there. Next, a very important question, very specific one. River flows through the village of Kawadi in Solapur district. Where is the Solapur district? It is in Maharashtra, and the city of Pune is located on the banks. Through this city, this river flows. So one important hint is that it may be a very polluted river, because it is running through a important city of this country, and because it is flowing through India's country, so certainly it would be one of the most polluted rivers. River ultimately meets Bhima river. So if we talk about Mahim, it's again a very polluted river, but it is there in Mumbai, in around the Salsette Island. Mahim river flows, and Musi river is famous for the Hyderabad city. It's again a very polluted river, and you must have heard about the Belandur lake and all. These are in Bangalore. They are again very much infamous for the pollution levels in that river. Malprabha, Malprava is a tributary of Krishna directly, not the Bhima. Bhima is a tributary of Krishna river. Okay, so Bhima is a northern tributary or the left bank tributary of Krishna, and Bhima's tributary is Mulamata, and Mulamata river is the river, one of the most polluted rivers, and many stretches are extremely polluted, and it flows through the Pune city. So that's very important. In Hindu newspaper you can see this picture appeared 2 days back, and this the particular surface of the river, you can see it is all green. Water hyacinth is growing on the surface of it, and this is the pollution marker. More its number, more polluted the water is. So it's a critically polluted stretch in the Pune city. And the important information is that the Prakash Javadekar, the union minister, he says that 990 crore river cleaning project we are gifting to the Pune city, because it is going to be a program of union government, not the state government, plus Pune Municipal Corporation. They both are gonna run this program, and it's under the National River Cleaning Program, and a 990 crore rupees project it would be. Zika, JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency, that is financing this particular task, and it is not related to the administrative and maintenance aspects. These union government and the Pune Municipal Corporation, they are executing this issue. Just the financing agency is Zika here. Okay, so they may ask you about the JICA also. It is not Zika, but JICA is the abbreviation here. And union government and PMC's joint operation this would be, and National River Conservation Program. Under it they are executing it. This is a centrally funded program for the rivers cleaning, and the sewage treatment plants are the most important help and the aspect of this conservation plan for rivers. Everywhere you see the maximum amount of population, the pollution is the organic pollution, and STPs are the major help there. And you see this was cleared in 2014. It was stuck for 10 years from 4 to 14. So this is started again, and it's a gift from center to Pune. Next, polyethylene terephthalate. I talked about this particular issue, which is famously called polyester, in the morning session also, and commonly abbreviated at PET or PETE also we call it. So PET or PETE. So thermoplastic polymer means you give it some heat and it will change its shape. So thermoplastic polymer, resin of polyester family, and is used in fibers for clothing, containers for liquids, foods, and thermoforming for manufacturing. So this way we can use that. And you see more information was there in the newspaper, where PET they were talking about virgin plastic also. And as I told you, virgin plastic is non-recycled and first use plastic. Polyethylene terephthalate is polyester. Monomers are there, and polyesters are the polymers of that. So esters, polymers are there, which make this particular molecule of PET, and this particular product is used in making yarns and all. So recently Adidas sports company, that company decided to go to go with a particular company which is there in Maharashtra, and they will take help of it, because with this company in Maharashtra that will create synthetic fiber yarns from these PET plastic. And that company Polygenta in Nasik, Maharashtra, that in a way it will recycle it, but it would be a useful recycling, because Adidas will be making shoes or any other fabric out of those synthetic yarns. So that's the best use where it can be. And we came to know that it can be degraded by some rare bacteria. In Japan and in USA, some scientists found. Otherwise, if they would have put here that generally it cannot be degraded, then that would have been right, because normally those kind of bacteria we do not find, but some bacteria which are very rare, they can degrade this plastic also. So second is wrong, first is correct. First is correct, second is wrong. And you can see only one is the answer here, A. Thermoforming means you give it a heat and it will change its form. It will change its design. You can give it a required design to it by molding it. And thermoplastic polymer, we call it PET or PETE. And you see it actually accounts for 30% of the global demand. and with other important polymers like PVC, PP, polypropylene and polyethylene. It is heavily used in this world. So fourth most produced polymer after these three. Okay, so fourth one is PET, generally used in relating to packaging mainly. Okay, and it can be recycled commonly and not degradable generally, but recently it was found that at least one species of bacterium in the genus Nocardia and a bacterium called Ideonella sacchariensis, they both can degrade this particular plastic. So in UPSC these kind of questions are very unique, and most of the times you will not find any answers. Like 2-3 questions this time there are in the prelims paper that it's very tough to find their answers. So we will have to be dependent on UPSC for that, and these kind of questions are very specific. So please note it down that these two can degrade this plastic. So it's a very important issue. Plastic is the highlight of this year, and in the environment and the climate change issue, plastic is the greatest highlight for the year 2019. Recently the Geneva Convention and those Stockholm Convention, Rotterdam Convention, there also the plastic was added in the hazardous list, and we discussed a lot about the plastic. India has banned the import of the single plastic use. Canada from 2021 it will ban the use of single use plastic. We have not banned use, we have just banned the import, but Canada is gonna ban the use also for the single use plastic, which is normally thrown after the uses, like in the packaging and all it is used. So that is single use plastic, and this is PET. So that is the case. Next, Chandrayaan. As I told you many times, Vikram would be the lander, and in the name of Vikram Sarabhai it is named as such, and Pragyan would be the rover, which is having a meaning of wisdom. So Pragyan would be the rover, the cart which will be moving on moon, and the most challenging task of soft landing, that would be made possible by Vikram lander. So that is the most important one, and it is country's first lander and rover mission. Not only about moon, it is also about all kinds of missions. First lander and rover mission we are taking here. Chandrayaan 1 was sent in 2008, and that did important discoveries like under the surface water and all, and this is going to be the Chandrayaan 2. Most important thing is that weight is very specific. The weight is 3500 kgs, not the 1500 kgs. Why that's important? Because if this would have been 1500 kgs, then PSLV would have taken it, but GSLV actually taking it to those heights, and GSLV Mark 3 would be the flight of it. Chandrayaan 2 we are calling it, and first lander and rover mission. Okay, third one is wrong, and second is correct, first is correct. So for 1 and 2 is the correct option here. A is the answer. You can see many challenges are there, and on the South Pole we are gonna land with a soft landing, and that is the biggest challenge, and no one has actually landed on the South Pole of moon, which is an inaccessible area, and you cannot see it from the earth. So that is the case, and many of the challenges were given here, but the most challenging task is the soft landing. So please remember the soft landing issue. Next, golden langur. Geese golden langur, we also call it, naturally found in Assam's Golpata district. It is not in Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve is in Western Ghats. So first is wrong. It is found in the eastern part of India and in Bhutan. Mainly in Bhutan, more numbers are there. Some numbers are there in Assam. So that is the case. Critically endangered. No, it is not critically endangered. It is just endangered in the IUCN list. So this is a very specific thing. This is wrong. This is again wrong. Third one is again wrong. Why I am asking this third option? Because today it was a news in the newspaper that Narega workers, they will be planting trees which are the fruit trees which are normally consumed by these langurs, and first time Narega workers fruits langurs will have with a proud, because it's a very positive step and a very nice step to hear, and first time we are using Narega workers in the conservation plan, and trees they are planting, so nothing can be better than that. So all these three are wrong, because it is not a carnivorous animal. So D, none is the answer here. Okay, these golden langur and old world monkey, it is because this Sarcopithecidae, this particular family covered all the old world monkeys, and it comes under this category, endangered animal and a herbivorous animal. It feeds on plants, fruits, leaves, and it drinks water from leaves also. So that is very, very important. In 1950s, EP G or G, I don't know what is the pronunciation of it, but he found it there, and he was a Western scientist. In sites where it's a convention for stopping the trade of endangered species. So there also in appendix 1 of the sites it is mentioned, and it is also mentioned in the schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, where highest level of protection is given by the Indian authorities, and that is the case. So it's a very protected animal, herbivorous animal, feeds on fruits and flowers. So that is the case. 93% population is found in the contiguous forest, means in dense forest they are normally found, and last for 30 years. 400 individuals are there in Bhutan, and around 1500 are there in India. So in India, less than Bhutan. So mainly found in Bhutan. And the news was such in the Hindu paper that golden langur to get fruits of Narega. That's very, very important. And in Assam, it would be a very unique thing to do. And Narega's best use can be like this. They are getting employment, and it is the conservation, and trees are being planted. So it's a great thing for nature also. Last, UP's Chaukhandi Stupa. Stupas were established after some centuries of Buddha's death. So it was not 4th century BC, it is actually 4th to 6th century CE. That was the Gupta's period when this Chaukhandi Stupa was established. And it was recently given the importance of Monument of National Importance. Okay, MNI. Not the World Heritage Site. It is not a World Heritage Site. That is wrong. Second is wrong, and the first is also wrong. So D9 is the answer here. You see, it was the news in the Hindu again that Buddhist stupa in Sarnath. Sarnath is there near Varanasi or Banaras, you can call it. So located 8 kilometers from central Kant's railway station, Varanasi, and stupa have evolved from burial mounds and serve as a shrine for relic of Buddha. That's important. In June 19, it was given the Monument of National Importance tag by Archaeological Survey of India, not by UNESCO, by Archaeological Survey of India, which maintains all these important monuments. And in the Gupta period, it was established, and when Lord Buddha and his first disciples met traveling from Bodh Gaya to Sarnath. So on commemoration of that, it was later built by Govardhan King, the son of Rajas. So that is the case. And Mughal ruler Humayun, the father of Akbar, he also visited this site. So some commemoration is there, and some relation is there with the King Humayun also. That is the case. And Archaeological Survey of India, that's very, very important body here. So we will meet again tomorrow. That was the lesson. Read about these details in the PDF, listen to the lesson carefully, and digest these questions daily. It's a great addition on a daily basis, and for 1 year we will be continuing these important questions. So thanks a lot, keep watching. It was Amit Saini.